You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. You'll be looking at a tableau of reality, things of substance, physical material, a kitchen, a table, a bunch of ingredients. These things exist and have dimension. Take Amanda Curtis, age 26, who also is real. She has flesh and blood, muscle and mind. But in just a moment, we will see how thin a line separates that which we assume to be real with that which can stretch the boundaries of the known.
It's just something to be cooked and eaten. If pork were called pig and steak were called cow, I think that more of the world would be vegetarian, says Matthew McDonough, age 12. Johanna Gidseg is a 10-year-old vegetarian. When she was 6, she went to McDonald's with her dad and sister. I looked down at my food and said, "Dad, what's hamburger?" And he said, "It's beef." I said, "What's beef?" He said, "It's cow." I said, "Dad, do I have to eat my hamburger?" Johanna's been a vegetarian ever since. But some kids do know where meat comes from, and it doesn't really bother them. Charlie Goss, age 9, eats meat. When I was little, I couldn't imagine meat coming from an animal. I thought it was gross, but I just grew out of it. I don't really pay much attention to it anymore, he says. What's wrong with eating meat? In nature, animals kill and eat other animals all the time. A lion wouldn't have any problem killing a cow for a meal. Julie Kosniak, a 9-year-old vegetarian, says it's okay for tigers and lions to eat meat.
This is a tale about an unprejudiced heart and how he changed our valley forever. There was a time not so long ago when pigs were afforded no respect except by other pigs. They lived their whole lives in a cruel and sunless world. It was not a time for young pigs to be sad, just another step towards the day when they too would make the journey.
And there are some things that are unnatural that we think are pretty great. Human beings aren't built to fly, but we don't say airplanes are bad. There are millions of vegetarians in the world, more than 12 million of them in the United States alone, who live without eating meat. So the question isn't whether a person is meant to eat meat, but whether he or she wants to. We have the bodies of omnivores, animals that can eat both plants and meat. Our intestines are long.
If you do not agree to my commands, then I shall... Right.
Are flesh eaters, like cats and dogs. Doctors agree too much fat and cholesterol are bad for you. Too much fat and cholesterol can lead to heart disease, colon cancer, and stroke, among other things. Meat and dairy foods are the main sources of fat, while most plant foods, except for things like vegetable oils, are natural.
Yes, but I don't want to be a pie. I don't like bread. Ladies, please, let's not lose our heads.
Lose our heads? For our intestines. Meat has protein, iron, and other important nutrients, but so do plants. It's when you eat too much meat that there's a problem. Eating well is all about balance and knowing what you're doing. Everyone, vegetarians and meat eaters alike, should watch what they eat. Vegetarian doesn't necessarily mean healthy. A person could eat French fries and ice cream all day long and be an unhealthy vegetarian. A healthy vegetarian diet is one based on grains, fruits, vegetables, and other foods. But some people think as long as they eat meat, they're eating well. That's not the case if you eat lots of burgers and think of potato chips as a vegetable. On the other hand, nutritionists say a diet including lean meat, grains, fruits, and vegetables can be balanced
I'm gonna eat ya. Get in my belly.
Exit 1, Miss Amanda Curtis. Her only folly, not knowing that common events are never common, and familiar items such as a smorgasbord of ingredients, a sandwich if you may, can become a monster with a will all its own. Think about it and then ask yourself, do I live here, in reality, in this world, or do I live instead in the Twilight Zone?